The nation's leader on Grand Bahama today for the official handover of NEMA's disaster warehouse in the Hawksbill community. The mega investment represents the partnership that exists between the Bahamian and the U.S. government. Sabrina Brown has this story.
Mr. the Right Honorable Perry Christie was joined by officials of the United States, parliamentarians, other government officials, and a cross-sector of society for the official handing over of the Grand Bahama Disaster Warehouse. The $600,000, 3,000 square foot disaster relief facility was constructed in Hawksbill with the assistance of the U.S. government. The project was some 4 years in the making, and Prime Minister Christie says it highlights the significance of the relationship between the Bahamas and the United States.
There is no doubt in my mind that once we position the relationship between ourselves in the right way and in the right context, that there'll even be greater understanding and a greater willingness to even do more than they are doing now towards helping us for this particular reason. The stability of the Bahamas is connected to the security of the United States of America. And when people are unemployed, like coming out of the recession, over 20% unemployment of young Bahamians, over 20% young Bahamians unemployed. Unemployment in that context is an incubator for crime. One goes with the other. The stability of our country, therefore, ought to be of paramount concern to the United States of America.
General Charles Jacoby Jr., commander of NORAD and U.S. Northcom, was on hand for the handing over ceremony.
Our Northern Command has almost the exact same responsibilities as Captain Russell has, and that's to make sure that in extremis that our citizens know that they can count. They can count on the government. They can count on help when something happens that exceeds their capacity to care for themselves. And how important logistics, on-hand logistics are, supplies and equipment and training to meet the needs of our citizens at the time of their greatest needs.
Minister for Grand Bahama Dr. Michael Darville talked about plans for a mandatory evacuation system on this island.
The government, along with NEMA, intends to implement mandatory evacuation orders in low-lying areas throughout Grand Bahama in order to decrease the chance of injury or death in the event of any vulnerable or disaster. With these adjustments and the additional gift that has been donated to us by the U.S. government, I am certain that residents from east to west Grand Bahama will be better prepared, protected, equipped in the event of a disaster.
Prime Minister Christie and other dignitaries were given a tour of the facility following the ceremony. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.